I feel like I've grown a lot, just not only as a coach, but as a person. And again, through just being in presence with a group of pretty incredible professionals, being able to look at myself and going, wow, I know now that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know now that I even want to grow even more as a coach and being able to serve.
I'm a logical thinker. And so a lot of the logical thinking stuff, the pieces, that's what I really needed is the pieces step by step. But then also the internal work, I think also probably was the bigger thing for me. I've developed a lot of courage and it's pretty cool.
Right before the program, I was just like a huge mess. I didn't know, like I just kind of got my certification, but I was kind of here or there. And the program, being with everybody here, having the peer coaches, having the conversations and being inspired by all of you was really kind of what held me to the fire. And I think the biggest thing I got out of this, I just feel so much more in line with who I am and what I want to be doing. And like it's all just kind of starting to be more clear in a sense.
I have grown tremendously as a person. I've kind of put my coaching on the back burner before I got into this. Just thinking, well, it's nice to think about something to do one day, but it's not going to happen. Now I've got plans and goals set in action to make it happen. I've already taken steps in creating it. And I've just gotten so much out of this group.
The things that I've learned over the past 6 months, that I can create clients, that I can bring my Jungian and coaching passions together, and that my main version of service in my world right now is thinking psychologically. That's how I can serve people. And that's what's I've learned in my coaching practice for creatives. That's what's getting me out of bed these days. And I've learned a lot in this program. It's hard to essentialize, but feeling a lot of care and joy just with the whole day today. And grateful to you, Gretchen, for honoring your vision and making this happen.
This has been such an awesome opportunity. I think going into the program, I'd really treated my business more as a hobby. It was like, oh, I'll see what happens. And through going through this program, the structure was exactly what I needed to start taking my business and myself more seriously and really saying, you can't just throw these goals out there and expect them to happen. And this really caused me to create habits that now I can always go back to when I know, like, hey, I want to create some more clients. Okay, now I have these go-to things that I know work. So that was a really big learning for me. And then the second thing that I really got out of this was just the group aspect. In my past career, I'd always said, I hate networking. I'm not a networking person, but I was just in the wrong career because in this group, I've spoken to so many people, actually during sessions and outside, and it's just been wonderful.
This has been an incredible experience. I've told you a few times already, Gretchen, you've done an amazing job with this. And the group that you put together just fits so well. And I just learned so much and broke down so many barriers and really felt supported. I really, really felt supported in my webinars and in my coaching. And
some of my biggest takeaways are, one, how I want to run my business. I want to have fun with it. It shouldn't feel like my 9 to 5. I find that when it's something that I care about, the accountability, the internal accountability shows up. If it's something where that's what I feel like I should do, give it a 50-50 shot. So it's been really good to have those realizations about myself. Also seeing that there is no one formula to create a coaching career, but there's so many different opportunities.
And I didn't know what I didn't know. And now I feel like I've got this wealth of knowledge to bring forward and this skill set that I would not have had otherwise had I not joined this group.
One of the things that I'm really taking away is the level of vulnerability in the group and hearing about other people's experiences, and some that really parallel mine, some that are very different, and yet underneath it all, there's like that sort of humanness, the humanity of the group, and safety there. I just really appreciate. And Gretchen, I've really loved your the way that you laid out the course. It was really appropriate for my stage of building my business and building my future self.
I learned so very much, both technical stuff, if you will, in terms of the process, what to say. I really needed some of that languaging because I think I was struggling with a lot of the subtleties of how to say certain things. And I then practiced. So that was really wonderful. So I thank you for all that beautiful information, because that was very needed. I'm also so inspired by the people and vulnerability as well as ideas. And what it also helped me do is to tap into my own possibilities and creativity, because I know I have a lot of ideas as well, and just to try stuff. And I really think I tried more interesting stuff. In the first 6 months of this year, I've actually done really fine. I've met my goal for the year, and all kinds of good stuff has happened.
The first piece is just how well this was done online. I did, especially these full days, because I mean, you know, the in-person experience of ACS was phenomenal. And so you did these full days so well, and the structure was perfect. And so all of that and the relationships with everyone I've met.
I really enjoyed the fact that it's sometimes we all know that entrepreneurship is kind of like it's a lonely world. It's like you're on your own little island. And to be able to collaborate, bounce ideas, be vulnerable, and really talk about what, you know, some of the stressors are and your struggles could be with growing the business, especially a coaching business. It's not, you know, this is new, so it's not a lot of coaches. So just to be able to have that opportunity to do so was priceless, as well as the resources that we received during the 6 months that we'll still have access to in the future. I really, I'm looking forward to. A lot of times it's resources that I might not need right now, but in like 6 months, it's great to be able to go back and say, oh, I can find this worksheet that Gretchen created. So priceless. I really, truly enjoyed it.